Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about mountain bike shoes, particularly for flat pedals. They're not cheap, they're over £100, there's a lot of choices out there, so hopefully this video will help you choose which ones to go for. The three pairs I'm going to talk you through today are all ones that I've bought, so they've not been gifted and I'm not supported by any of these brands, so it is a really honest review of these three pairs of shoes. So first up, 510 Freerider Pro. So 510 is a brand, probably one of the most popular out there in terms of flat pedal shoes, and that's been for good reason. They've probably got some of the grippiest soles out there on the market, but I wouldn't say they're the only grippy soles out there. Keep tuned for the other two pairs I'm going to talk you through. These are the Freerider Pro version, and they've got a fairly stiff sole, and other shoes that have been around for years. The only thing I would say is that the sizing's changed quite a lot. So I used to be a size 4 in these, just like all my other regular shoes. However, now they've got a lot narrower and I actually have to go for a size 5, so that's something to look out for. These retail at about £120, so as I say, not cheap, but there are quite a lot of sales out there at the moment, so you may be able to get them at a better price. So next up, Ride Concepts Hellion women's shoe. Of course they do a men's version as well, but I've got tiny feet, so I've had to get the women's versions of all the shoes. These are actually a brilliant shoe, and to be honest I like them more than 510s, which I know is quite controversial because 510s are probably the most popular out there. So I'll talk you through why I really like this shoe. So first of all, the really important thing for me with flat pedal shoes is they've got to be grippy, and these are just as grippy, if not slightly more so, than the 510 shoe. They've also got a much stiffer sole, so I really like that. You get much more power through the pedals. They've also got a D30 sole inserts, which is really good for shock absorption. And they've got this neat little lace stowaway, so your laces aren't flapping about at risk of ending up in your chainring. And they are really splash proof, so they're not waterproof, but I have found, especially with winter riding at the moment, my feet are staying substantially drier and warmer than in my 510s. So this is a brilliant shoe. A word of caution about the sizing, make sure you look at the size chart and go by the EU sizing as opposed to the UK sizing. So cut a long story short, I'm normally a UK 4, which is the equivalent of an EU 37. But if you look at the size chart for these, the EU 37 corresponds to a UK 6. So these are actually a EU 37, but they've just got weird labelling, so just be careful with that. But once you've got the right size, this is a brilliant shoe, and I really think you should consider it. Price is exactly the same as the 510s, so definitely worth a look at these. Okay, so last up, it's the Shimano GR7. The sizing on this is standard, so unlike the other two, just go for your normal shoe size. These have probably got a medium stiffness sole, so in between the other two shoes. One really neat thing, if you do a lot of pushing up or walking with your bike when you're out on rides, these have a much better grip pattern, especially for walking in mud. The only downside to that is that the actual grip on the pedals not quite as good. It is good, and for a lot of people it's probably fine, but if you're switching between these and one of the other two brands, you will notice that these are slightly less grippy, so you do have to dig your heels in a little bit more to the pedals to keep them on. They've got the lace stowaway just like the Ride Concepts, and they've also got this neat neoprene sock. So I don't know what you find, but when I get to the end of a ride and take my shoes off, if I turn them upside down, half the forest seems to fall out. So these are really useful to stop that happening quite as much. So yeah, they're a decent shoe, a little bit cheaper than the others, about £20 cheaper retail price, £99. They're good, but for me, grip is king, so I'd go for one of the other two. But if you do lots of pushing up, it may be something you want to consider. So I hope you guys found that really useful. Just to reiterate, for me, it was the Ride Concepts Hellion was the best shoe with the three. It just has that extra grip, extra sole stiffness, a little bit waterproof, just perfect for UK riding in my opinion. Let me know whether you found this video useful, whether you've tried any other flat pedal shoes and what you think of them. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.